Clause. What is a clause? Let's assume a sentence is made of blocks. Sentence is made of blocks. Some blocks they can stand alone and make a sense. Such blocks are called clause. What it means? The block contains subject and a verb. The blocks contains a subject and a verb. To make a sense, it contains subject and verb, and such blocks are called clause. There are main two types of clauses, and these are called independent clause and dependent clause, or we can say main clause or subordinate clause. Independent clause, and the other one is dependent clause. Dependent clause, the clause that doesn't require any support, and the clause that requires support. These are two clauses, one requires support and the other one doesn't need a support. We'll see this with example. Let's say what we can write: a sentence with two blocks. We'll write a sentence with two blocks. We stayed inside. We stayed inside. We subject stayed verb. This is the clause. We stayed inside. Subject and verb. It contains a subject and a verb. What it means? This is a clause. Now let's continue with our sentence. We stayed inside because it was raining outside. Now this is the second clause. It was raining. This is second subject and this is second verb. It was raining outside. This is our second clause. So in a sentence there are two blocks, two clauses. One clause we stayed inside and the other one is it was raining outside. There are two events happened simultaneously. One of them is dependent clause or subordinate clause, and the other one is independent clause, or we can say main clause. Main clause doesn't require anything, and dependent clause require support. So there are two events. The first event, we stayed inside, and the other one is it was raining. What happened first? It was raining, and that is why we stayed inside. First it was raining. It doesn't require anything to rain. This is action that happened independently without any support. And the other action mentioned in the sentence, we stayed inside because it was raining outside. So raining made us stay inside. So staying inside is subordinate clause or dependent clause. That depends on raining. If it is rains, we stays inside. If it doesn't rain, we don't need to stay inside. So whether we stay inside or not, it depends on the first event or first action, raining. If it does not rain, we can stay outside. First action is raining. This action or event made us stay inside. So raining, it was raining is the main clause or independent clause. and we stayed inside is dependent clause or subordinate clause. This happened because of the first event or first action. Got it? We'll see subtypes of dependent clause. There are three subtypes of dependent clause. We'll see that later. As of now, there are two main types, dependent and independent. One requires support and the other one doesn't. Please follow us and subscribe us for such basic and clear videos. Thank you.